Talk about some of the most common mistakes you've seen founders make at the early stages of fundraising.
We talked about first impressions, right? And so most of the mistakes are first impression mistakes. They come in different types of varieties, right? There's before a meeting or during a meeting or after a meeting. You can make all those mistakes and then pretty much eliminate your chances of raising money very quickly. Right? Some of the mistakes beforehand could be reaching out to a whole bunch of investors, and all of a sudden you get a lot of people talking about your company about how they got spammed. And then all people are like, wait a second, I got that email too, but I have nothing to do with this company. I have nothing to do with that sector, right? You could actually get spam blocked by email providers, and then well, then you go nowhere, right? We get all sorts of funny emails, and I'm sure you do as well, Kate, where you can tell by the formatting that you're like, this is not for me. Like you can just tell from the way it's written that it's like dense, like an email this long that says like, hey, let me pitch everything in bold and blah, and you're like, wait a second, I don't even know what you're doing exactly. And you already bombarded me with too much information that I cannot process within the time frame that I'm gonna look at something I don't know. It's unqualified. I don't know who you are and what you're building, and therefore burdening me with all that in one go doesn't get me the incremental buy-in you need. And as humans, we always require incremental buy-in, right? Anywhere you go, this is why movie trailers exist. It's an incremental form of buy-in. Like you can't just like boom, watch the whole movie in one go. You haven't even no interest in it. It doesn't work. So, it's an interesting one where you have to really calibrate how much you prepare before you meet somebody so that when they meet you, they already bought in. All right. And then, okay. So like fast forward. Now you're meeting them. You can't explain what you do. Well, there you go. Mistake. Or it takes you forever to get to the elephant in the room. You've lost them. There's another mistake. And then after you've met them, right? So the first meeting, you found the right investor. You had a great first meeting. A typical mistake after the first meeting is you're unresponsive. Because now the investor's like, oh, this is great. But then all of a sudden, you're incredibly slow to get back to them. They start wondering, is this person a responsive person? Is this person going to be like this with their colleagues? Is this person going to, so there's a whole bunch of things that you can do wrong before a meeting, during a meeting, and after a meeting. And each one of them can reduce your probabilities of closing around.
We talked about kind of first impressions a lot. What's the best first impression you've had of a founder? What have they done that kind of made you just automatically, fall in love with them?
I mean, I think there's nothing quite like meeting somebody who's really passionate about what they're building and doing. I mean, I think I, we both, Kate, have been in plenty of meetings where you get the vibe that this isn't just about, and it's not a fake thing. This is why we spoke about authenticity. It's not that you're getting fake vibes of energy. You're getting like a legitimate interest in what's being built and why. And it doesn't have to come across like some sort of high energy output, like a typical example of like Instagram, like, oh, I'm so good. It's not like that. It's just genuine. And there's this genuineness to it that you're like, wow, that's really cool. I want to work on this problem with you. And I think that's the ultimate connection builder. It's like, I feel like I want to work this with you because you're so passionate about it that I cannot help but want to help you succeed.
Totally, 100%.